Passport bros won't be tricked into staying in the US by modern women. Let's go today. We got the Gamma Effect here. Shout out to AM Benzo or Am Benzo for putting out an outstanding video. He's got the perfect little selection of these particular ladies that are giving out some information. Everyone, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And let me know in the comments what you think about this. You're definitely going to get some value because I got the Gamma Effect for you at the end, and I'll explain what that is before we get to the vocabulary lesson of what Gamma means. Let's get to the video.
If you are looking for a traditional woman, but you don't have a passport because you ain't got, I'll tell you where you can find one. One of two places.
Okay, before we even get into it, look, first off, who needs help from a modern woman and as to find how to find a traditional woman? This is obviously a U.S. woman. You can tell by the accent and how she dresses, what the cleavage showing. But who's asking for advice as how to find? Like, we good. We passport bros. We know where to find them. We going out of the country. So obviously trying to trick us into staying and looking for them where she says. And also, if she said, if you don't got a passport because you don't got a, she gave the sign for the money. And we already know you American women hate broke men. If you ain't got a money for a passport and you can't travel, you're not going to get a traditional woman here. And they're super rare anyway. You're not going to get any woman here. U.S. women are the most expensive women on the planet. And that is a fact, not an opinion. But I digress. Let's keep going. Let's keep it moving.
First place you could find a traditional woman is at the church. Second place you could find a traditional woman is at the mosque.
Culture of trying to match someone's energy to get something that you want out of them that they have not offered without the tricks and frills.
I am the naked dancing neighbor. I just looked out my window to see somebody sitting on the steps looking at me shaking my ass. I really, really hope that they enjoy the free show that they get.
The worst pain is getting played by a person you lower your standards for. True story.
Hey there. I've actually been meaning to ask you a question.
Okay, before we get into this obviously classy young lady, I want to make one point real quick. Do you notice, has any brothers out there noticed that there's no shortage of content for this subject because of the fact that these lovely ladies keep getting online with the selfie style video camera on their phone and talking to the internet, whether they're in their car or walking around, or like she said, the other lady said, giving her neighbor a show. They just love to talk to the internet. Why is that? Because men won't talk to them. Brothers ain't talking to them. They won't return their texts. They won't take them out anymore. They won't date them. They don't want to sit down and have a conversation. A lot of passport bros and a lot of just normal, I mean, all kinds, they've realized that there's just no point. There's just no point. It's not an enjoyable experience. So they didn't talk to them. So to express their feelings, right? Communicate their feelings. The one thing they always do is communicate feelings. But if brothers won't talk to them and listen to them, then they got to go to the internet and just, put the phone in front of their face and just talk so they can feel better. So a lot of that you see where it's just kind of random and you don't really know what's going on, like why is she saying it? It's just cope. She got to get her feelings out because they're driving her crazy. So she just throws it up on the internet. Here we go. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what this classy young lady's talking about.
Are you a good boy?
Okay, I can show a little bit. If you want to see more, you know where to find it.
And that's OnlyFans. You find it at OnlyFans. Nah, pass. I'm good.
Died at least 7 times.
Simps ruin the world. All I got to say about that. It's a great job, and Benzo, for showing us these examples of the simps. Simps are everywhere, and they're ruining it. But they are who they are. They'll learn. One day they'll learn in a long run.
Rise on the third day every time.
High value men love inaccessible women.
Before she cooks, I want to show you the type of women that you get in the West. In addition to obesity, OnlyFans, and career-minded women.
It is not required of me to make your plate, right? Like, I am not your mom. I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you.
Free masterclass on how to be.
Okay, real quick rundown on that. I love to hear it. It used to annoy me, but I love. Keep doing it, ladies. Keep making these podcasts, explaining to men all the things that you won't do, while simultaneously explaining all the things that we must do for you to want to be with us. Won't do this, won't do that, blah, 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 blah. And here's a sugar daddy trick, lessons on how to, be an awful human being. And more reason, for us not to ever want to talk to you.
Sugar baby without giving up any sugar.
A lot of people got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just going to tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies?
Now, after she got 3 kids, I don't know why these dudes is running up in her raw, and I don't know why they shooting up the club. Don't make any sense. But I will say, at least all of them only did it one time. Because once you have 2 with the same lady, that's $680. That's a car payment and insurance. If you only got 1 with her, you could take what you would have been caught up with her with 2 and get a life insurance policy and just pay on that every month. Next thing you know, after 5 years, you got some real bread coming in. You borrow against it, invest into something. You know what I mean? So if you only got 1 with her, you can still make it work. So shout out to those dudes, those 6 guys. At least they learned their lesson with 1 and didn't have multiple with her.
Most women want to get married while they in their prime.
In what country? I don't know, the hell with all that. Men want to settle down later on in their life because that's when they hit their financial stride. I mean, the hell with all that. In what country? Females we know be trying to drop it like it's hot in their prime. They out here trying to live their best life. Females out here talking about they want to gain experience for their husband. Like, since when the hell did we want used products? Now, in what country? Answer me. She went on to say 90% of women want to marry in their prime. I mean, I may agree that 90% of women want to marry an athlete, a musician, or somebody rich in their prime, but married in their prime? Nah. In what cut?
Girl. I'm sure you've heard men tell you that you're going to lose your value after 30, after 35. No one's going to look at you.
Okay, real quick. Y'all look at her real close. She looked like AI to me. That do not look like when you look real close. Don't look like a real woman. It's just not quite right. It looks a little too, and then the way she talking, like she gonna talk in these like computer type terms and still try to sound cool in street saying y'all. I know it's a lot of people on YouTube, they try to use y'all and all types of words like that to really, engage the culture, but it always seems fake when they do it. So let's check her out. We'll tolerate as long as we can.
You need to hurry up and get a man so you don't become unwanted, old, angry, bitter women. And I'm unsubscribing from that agenda. And I'm gonna break it down for y'all why I'm actually unsubscribing from this agenda. First and foremost, women are aging better than men. Let's just put that out there. We wear sunscreen, we take care of ourselves, we get work done, whatever it takes. We age better than y'all. We do. And we actually go to the doctor when we have a health issue, which is why we look better at the same age than y'all do. That's one.
92% of the cosmetic procedures done in the United States are by female patients, and only 8% are done by male patients. And these women are between the age of 30 to 40 or 45 or so.
2. Just because a woman is over...
Shout out to A and Benzo coming with the logic. 92% cosmetic by women and 8% by men. Yeah, okay. With the logic. Expect nothing else from a man.
30 or 35 doesn't mean she's not getting any attention. Okay, because like I just said, women age better than men. And older women still get their coochie ate. Older women still get drinks bought for them at the bar on the rare occasion that they go out. Older women still get catcalled. Older women still get attention.
This is one thing I did learn like later in life. Before social media, I didn't realize how much women are addicted to attention. It's the ugly side of women, isn't it? When you see them on social media, just showing anything all day, every single day. It's like social media is a job. And most girls try to act like they're getting paid on there, but they really not. And she's conflating like what she looks like men are supposed to be the beautiful ones. You know, we need to be productive, obviously. So if women look better than us, who cares? And we're not dating the older women anyway. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen 40-year-old men who just live their life and doing their thing, but they're productive, not super beautiful or handsome, with a beautiful young 24-year-old, beautiful young 22-year-old all the time. Obviously, women don't care. It's not a competition between men and women about who's going to be more beautiful. That makes no sense. That's nonsense. And then she's talking about, well, women get their coochie, women over 30 get their coochie. You know, for one, men, I do not suggest you do that. Like, there's been a lot there. And what I learned recently, I didn't even notice, like, that stuff gets stuck up in there. These ladies be taking showers. They be taking showers. They're probably not too many baths, but they be taking showers. And it literally be in there a long time. Like, and with all this culture right now, this hookup culture, how to be with this one and that one, and they be shooting up the club, you definitely don't want to be eating it, after the age of 24, I would say. But yeah, it's just not a good idea, brother. It's a lot going on in there. It's a lot going on. But either way, she's conflating attention and sex with value, which makes no sense. But a lot of them are quite delusional in that way. They do it quite commonly. Well, like I said, the attention thing, I mean, that's something we're in control of. We really need to start setting some ground rules and, stop giving it attention unless it's someone worthy of it. If she got Instagram, we shouldn't even talk to them. If they talk about DMs, you shouldn't even DM. DM should stand for don't mate. Like, these dudes need to be walking up to women in person and shaming guys who only DM chicks and be simping. Women should know clearly that men in their DMs are simps and not what they want, and men who have the confidence to walk up to them, look them straight in the eye, and tell them what they want and get their contact information are the men worth submitting to. Let's keep it moving.
Period.
The issue here is not about whether these women get laid. It's about these women getting married. What are the chances of them getting married at that age? What are their marriage prospects for them? That's the issue. It's not about whether these women get laid or not. Like, of course they do.
The older a woman gets, the less she cares about what people think of her. You know why? Because her confidence in herself grows. She stops caring about the opinions of others. That includes what men think of her. 4.
This is one of those situations where I'm explaining how they just want to communicate their feelings. No one will talk to her. You know, she's a cute girl, but guys ain't trying to talk to her like that once they hear what she has to say. I already don't want to hear her talk anymore. Like, if I was on a date with her and she started talking anywhere near like this, I'm getting a check. I'm dipping. Like, she's just coping. Men don't want to talk to her. Once they hear what she has to say, they stop returning her texts. So she has to go to the internet, put this smartphone, her iPhone, in front of her face and talk. Look at her facial expression. She's really getting out her emotion. And look at her eyes, how she squints them, her facial expression, her eyebrows. It's really real to her because she's relieving that negative emotional feeling that she has, and she's placing it on you if you'll sit there and listen to her. All she's doing is shaming. If you can't tell by her facial expression that she's shaming men, then you ain't been watching. And there's no shortage of this content. But men, I don't know why you would care. I don't know why you would listen at this point. It's been years at this point. Passport bros are going away, finding the women that respect them and match with them. And these women are in their camera on their phone shaming. Look, finger wagging. And she's just trying to make herself feel better. It's nothing but a cope. Why would you listen? It's just shame.
And when y'all get over y'all 30s, y'all lose y'all value and don't nobody want y'all because y'all been ran through. A lot of y'all men, when y'all
same thing. Why would I listen? Why would I listen? She just gave you her premise, which is, you know, what a lot of men think, right? Like, we prefer younger, and it's just always been that way since the beginning of time. It is what it is. They should have got with the man, one of the several men that they had a chance to get with. They should have got with him, and now they're sitting there trying to argue you and talk you down. They're just communicating their feelings. That's all they end up doing. They communicate their feelings to the internet, actually to the phone, then they post it on the internet, and then they wait to get the feedback from the comments, because at the end of the day, men don't want to talk to them. And they get themselves all cute and they look fine. And, you know, they're not, American women are pretty. You know, if they're not real big, the fit ones are really cute, but no one wants to talk to them. Men don't want to talk to them. Isn't this much nicer? Listen to how we sit here and look at this video and don't have to hear her, but you can see her facial expression, so you can tell she's shaming you. She's trying to explain it. She just wants to be heard. Makes her feel better. All this is just about feeling. Shout out to Filipina P. And she said, oh yeah, you just want to shame man because it feels so good. That's all it is. They're just throwing up their feelings onto you. They're just trying to get it out of their body and in, you know, just off of their chest. And that's because men won't tolerate it in reality, in real life. And so they have to come to the internet and just spew this nonsense. And I don't even know why we listening to it anymore. We need to stop listening and just let them be and do our own thing. Okay, now that's the Gamma effect. How you gain the overstanding that these women are literally just coping with the shaming language. Shaming language is nothing but cope. That's all it is. They're trying to get their feelings out because they're frustrated and they're miserable and they don't like what's going on. And they just want you to feel bad and them feel better. But why would we listen? Why would we care? It's the same old thing that's been going on. They don't have a new playbook. They have no answer. We move with action. We take flights. We got passports. We're going all over to the place to get what we want. They can't do it. There are no men flying to America to be with U.S. women, and U.S. women can't fly all over the world because it's a dangerous world in reality, and they don't have any of the advantages that they have outside of the U.S. that they have in the U.S. So that is the Gamma effect. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I got more coming for you. And you're going to learn about this word, the Gamma. Look that joint up. You're going to figure it out. It's an intensive energy, and it's an intensifier. So the effect is always going to be gammatized for you. Look, that's all I got for today. I'll see you on the next video. Look, holler at me, YouTube. Like and subscribe. Peace.